Welcome. Hi, and thank you for tuning in for another reading video. Today we are doing a pick a card oracle reading inspired by some animals. It's not just pick a card, it's pick an animal. You can choose based on the vibe of the card because they also are very different. You can see which animal has reached out to you recently, something you've seen recurring, or just based on what you feel right now. So I have 3 animals here, sort of. Actually 4, but we'll get into that. The first one is this beautiful flamingo. I hope it shows up well enough. It's probably a little blurry, that's just how my camera is. Second, I believe this creature is called a blue slug. It's a surface dweller, but I think this is a good stand-in for any kind of sea slug, which I have seen to have some popularity on Tumblr. So if they have been appearing for you, then maybe this is your little pile. And then for pile 3, they want it to be special. We have 2 birds. One is a cockatoo, the other I am not entirely sure if I remember the name, but they have a special nest building technique. And it's interesting that these are a white bird and a black bird. So if that feels significant, then maybe pile 3 is your pile. I think that's all I want to say for this introduction right now. You can just pick which animal is calling out to you. Maybe they have been calling out to you for longer, and then you should know. And otherwise you can just watch the video and see which one resonates the most. So I will see you in your pile. Welcome pile 1 to your reading. For everyone who picked this flamingo, this is your reading. We have only 3 oracle cards to go with, but I hope this will be a cohesive reading anyway. It's going to be fairly short and sweet, and I first want to use the Book of the Animal Tarot to look at the symbolism of why the flamingo was chosen for the King of Cups, because that says a lot about this animal and why it is reaching out to you. Because this is not just pick an animal for fun, it's what this animal has to say to you. I probably forgot to say that in the intro, but I'm learning. A flamingo balances easily on one leg, a golden cup resting on its back. Behind it shines a tempered sun, radiating with power, serenity, and restraint. Flamingos represent composure and balance, as well as vibrancy and outgoingness. The 2 energies create a stabilizing force that lends itself well to diplomacy and group thinking. The next line is more about the King of Cups, so I feel like I don't have to read that. There's a lot of symbolism here regarding balance. Flamingos tend to stand on one leg. They are the perfect representation of someone who is in balance, who is grounded, but is still stable. That is a nice leader into the next card, I hope. We have the cloud here. This card talks about a connection between the heavenly and earth. These are water drops that came from the earth, have evaporated, turned into a cloud. This being, it's not really a being, but I'm calling it a being, is very connected. It connects the earth to the heavenly or the divine. I like that there is also a bit of a rainbow on this card because rain clouds can create rainbows together with the sun. I hope it's well visible. That's good enough. This card also talks about doing rituals to make sure that you combine your earthly life with the divine, to make sure that you are consciously thinking about what you want, because you can actually manifest a lot more than you would originally think. It's like a call to get in touch with the divine, which I think is a beautiful connection with that King of Cups, which when you look at it like this, It's the earth or the water connected to something more divine, more heavenly. There is a sun behind this flamingo. There might be a deity reaching out to you. And my first thought was Aphrodite because the flamingo is a pink bird. But it could also really just be this flamingo spirit that wants to work with you for more than just bringing you this message. Maybe you have more issues regarding being balanced and they want to be a more consistent part of your life for a while so that you can work this out and eventually you can stand on one leg by your own. These other two cards are Focus on Foundation and Water Your Garden. Wow. So you can't even tell what the text says. I love these cards so much, but they're not great on this camera. I am so sorry. That feet on the ground is so important. They want you to not float away like the cloud. The cloud is here to water your garden, but you yourself are the one who needs to be standing on the ground with two legs so that you can be rooted, or at least one leg. The flamingo only stands on the ground with one leg. So you have to make sure that you are connected to the earth. You are conscious about what you need and not just thinking about what could happen, what could go wrong, because thinking about those thoughts keep you ungrounded. They get you off the ground. They get you in a zone that's not comfortable. And to water your garden, I see that also, considering it says nourish on the bottom, as manifesting. Maybe find a manifesting ritual or a self-care ritual. I think those two are the most important for you right now, as the cloud card definitely talks about doing rituals. And what is more nourishing than a self-care ritual? It's either that, the self-care or manifesting or a grounding ritual. Those three could be very important for you. It's up to you to decide which one is the best for you. I think that's a really clear message. So I hope that's enough. If you like this reading, please click on that like button, maybe subscribe. I am trying to aim to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. So any subscriber is welcome. If you comment, I will reply. And if you want to add anything or have any questions, please do let me know, because I can only learn from feedback. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hello, pile 2. If this blue slug is the animal that you felt most drawn to, then this pile is for you. Either this creature or perhaps other sea dwellers or sea slugs. I think sea slugs are very relevant. This is the message that this creature has for you. It's not just which animal appeals to you. I'm not sure if I forgot to say that in the intro, but yeah. Or maybe the card just appeals to you because also these are coral sticks, I think, and maybe that is something that is relevant for you. So either way, I'll get into the cards. First, we have here the crane. This is a really nice card, and it's about living a long life and living a fulfilling life. I need to take a sip of water, excuse me. Yeah, so a long and fulfilling life. And if you were needing for a sign to take a risk, to put your entire heart into something that you were doubting about, this card is your sign. Whatever it is you're thinking about, a project you're thinking about starting, maybe you've been thinking about applying for a job, but you're not sure if you can do it. This is your sign. Go do it. This is meant for you. It also says that it's important to finish things. So if you've been in a rut, you should just start a small project and try and see it through from start to finish. It could be something super small, like, well, I'm thinking about crochet because I am a crocheter. So let's say you want to crochet a coaster. That's a very small project that's like this big, and you can just make it circular and just add some different colors. And all you have to do is crochet for, I want to say an hour, but maybe that's even long. The point is, pick a small project, something bite-sized, coaster-sized, and see it through from start to finish. That's how to get out of your rut. Maybe you've been thinking about writing and you have these big projects on your mind, but you just can't seem to sit yourself through finishing one. The crane says, okay, put that aside for a second. Just write a one-shot. Just write a short story that's... you should put your own word limit on it, but pick something that you can write within 1,000 or a few thousand words, call it done, and then pick up that other project again. You need to get out of that rut, or you just need to get on with it and do that thing that gets your heart beating faster. Beautiful things, I think. I hope these other two... Oh, that's so funny. So this card says autumn. Slow down and reflect. That's the complete opposite of the crane. And the other one says adapt and thrive. It's the cactus. But perhaps this autumn shows up because it has this moth. Also, I wanted to mention, but my thoughts were going so fast that it's funny to me that now all the piles have had a bird in it. I could not have predicted that. But maybe this... It's not a moth, is it? It's a night butterfly? Either way. Maybe that creature means something to you. But you're going to have to figure that out for yourself, I think. And the cactus is a very resilient plant. I think this cactus is showing up because... maybe you've been adapting too much and it's time for you to live your true life, to tell yourself, I don't want to live by somebody else's rules. I am going to pick up that project that makes my heart sing. I don't really know why these are so vastly different in their meaning, though. I think I'm going to grab the book for that. Which reminds me, I forgot to read the Blue Slug, but I will do that in a second. Yeah, okay. Let me get the guidebook for the Bloom deck. Because I'm pretty sure there's something important in the description. Here we go. Autumn, slow down and reflect. Autumn reminds us to embrace transformation and even death. Leaves turn red and gold, take off to dance with the wind, and eventually wilt on the ground, becoming one with the earth yet again. As the world cools down and trees soften their slumber until springtime, we are craving warmth and comfort. In this time of transition, it's important to remember that all that grounds us in the present. Ask yourself, what chapter of life do I need to let go this season for the greater good? Where can I find comfort in this transition period? So what I am feeling is that it's the season of autumn that's very relevant for you. Let me see what this was. There was something in my brain and now it's gone. We are craving warmth and comfort. In alignment with the cactus, what I got out of that card, this one could be telling you that you can reflect on what you want and what you don't want and act upon that instead of what you think you have to do. You don't have to live in safety all the time. Even if you choose for yourself, you can get something beautiful out of it. You don't always have to do what others want you to do. And I think I have to look at the 5 of Wands for this right now. I mostly just want to grab the meaning of the animal. I will not read the description of the card because only the animal is relevant for this reading. The Glaucus atlanticus, or blue slug, meanders along the ocean's surface, letting the currents carry it wherever they may lead. 5 stalks of coral impede its path, but still the blue slug keeps moving, pushing through adversity to see what lies beyond. Its path is not an easy one. The ocean is fickle, its waves treacherous. And then it's about the 5 of Wands. But I think this is a clear sign that... Oh my gosh, I already lost my train of thought again. I am so sorry, this one is so messy. Whatever happens, wherever you end up, you will be fine. Both the blue slug with the coral stalks and the cactus, they confirm this, that you are flexible, you are moving through life, just at your own pace, and that's great. And you will have a long life, because that is the key word of the crane. You can both take action and take your time. You are allowed to take your time to do the things that you actually want. And nobody can stop you, because even with all of this in your way, even with the temperatures and the dryness of the desert, you will bloom. And I think that's the gist of this message. And if you feel like I missed anything, if there's anything that these cards say that you want to address, that you feel are relevant, you are free to come into the comments. I can only learn from feedback. If this resonated, please give the video a like, maybe subscribe to my channel. I am aiming to get 100 subscribers by the end of the year, so any subscriber helps, even if you decide not to watch any of my other videos. And I am excited. I am curious if you do decide to start a small project because of this crane, then please let me know, because I'm super curious what you guys will do. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Hi Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. We are going to start by looking at the 2 birds who are the guide in this this reading. These birds are who this message is from, these bird spirits. The cockatoo and the other bird, which I still don't know the name for, but we're going to find out soon, because I'm going to read from the Animal Tarot guidebook why these creatures have been paired with specific cards. And let's see, we have a cockatoo stands firmly on the blade of a kris, the sword pointing in one direction while the bird faces the opposite. A symbol of spirit, cockatoos are talkative, inquisitive birds. They are eager to take in the world around them, and they enact positive movement when they take flight. Okay. A symbol of spirit, that's very interesting. Let me see how the other one plays into this. I might have to reread some of this, but I hope that will not be a problem. For now, we're just gonna look at the other bird. A male Bowerbird, oh, I do not know how to pronounce this. Emil sits within his beautifully constructed bower, waiting for his mate to return to complete their courtship ritual. Renowned for their elaborate rituals, bowerbirds are the perfect symbol of commitment, hardworking, and harmony. Male and female work together to raise their young, and the strong monogamous bond they share is the foundation for their stable relationship. Wow. I'm seeing a strong sense, already a strong symbol of you are not alone. You have spirit watching over you. Not just watching over you, but they are with you in a very, very close bond. So if you know your spirit guides, then maybe these birds are telling you that your spirit guides want to talk to you. Yeah, talkative too. So that's the cockatoo. I'm looking at that description again. Eager to take in the world around them. There's a sense of exploration and I think a sense of that bond between spirit and the physical realm too. This could also be about a love relationship or relationship with a partner, but I'm not entirely sure. So maybe it's actually a guide who is a past lover of you. That could be it. Yeah, I don't know. I thought this would be from the animals, but perhaps for you, there is also your spirit guides who play a part. And we have here the star. This is a very intriguing card. This star is kind of similar to the star in the tarot, and it confirms to me that these birds are telling you that you are divinely protected, and perhaps for you it could mean that you are feeling a little disconnected from spirit, and then this is your reminder that spirit is there for you. Spirit wants to talk to you. Spirit wants to live through you, is what I'm feeling. You can invite your guides, and if you do deity work, you can invite deities to spend time with you, even through mundane things, your day-to-day life. You can ask them to come shopping with you. You can ask them to help you clean in your house. They just want to be with you, is what I'm getting out of this. And also a way to reconnect that with spirit, I mean, that this star card talks about is to spend time under the stars, to go stargazing, or to reset your schedule to be more centered around the sun, because the sun is also a star. So yeah, if you have a little waking up ritual or going to bed, well, not necessarily going to bed ritual, but sunset ritual. Do people do that? It could work for you, is what I'm getting. But a very strong sense of spirituality and your guides and deities trying to be close to you, wanting to be close to you, and asking you to honor them. And let's see how these two cards tie in. We have detached from ego, humility, and high energy, summer. Okay. A fantastic way to detach from ego is to do spirit work, and especially I would say getting into Zen. I think the idea of Zen is to be completely released from ego, or being able to work together with your ego instead of against, because the ego is well, ego wants the best for us, but doesn't always know what is best for us. Ego can put us in a mindset that is rather selfish. The ego itself is not bad, but your ego can be overwhelming, and then you are disconnected from this center part. So if your ego is telling you that your deities aren't real. There's no point in praying. There's no point in working with them. Just please try to tell that thought that no, I'm not listening to you. I am doing this instead. And I think this high energy shows up here because you have high energy. Also, I like that there are like little bees and butterflies on the card. I hope you can see them a little bit. It's just really blurry. I love these cards, but they're not great for with this camera. Maybe also summer means something specific to you. In that case, this could just be confirmation that this is your pile. Bees and honey could mean something. But generally, I think also butterflies, by the way, are a very big representation of spirit and spirits who are visiting you. So that high energy could be you, but could also be someone who is visiting you. You are surrounded by divine energy. Yeah, I hope that you're able to experience things around you a little more. Surrender yourself to the love of life, and in that sense, also connecting yourself to the divine. I think that's all I have for you in this moment. So if you feel like I missed something important, please let me know in the comments, because I can only learn from feedback. And if any of this resonates, leave a like or subscribe. I'm trying to get 100 subscribers by the end of the year, so any subscriber helps. And you're free to always chat with me. I will try to respond to all the comments. I don't get any right now, so thank you for joining in with me for this reading, and I hope it helps with anything, and I hope to see you in the next one.